What up, y'all? It's the Authentic Man, aka Godson Ken. Just want to do a quick kind of it's a semi reaction video, but really it's just me giving my thoughts on a particular subject. This is from the Lapeef show, the Lapeef Let's Talk show, and it's basically a interaction with Kay, Anton, and Mr. Lapeef himself, JR. So, yeah, I just want to give my quick reactions, and I just want to kind of just start off by saying, folks, I think folks really need to be more careful and poignant when it comes to their selection and word choices. We're gonna watch this video real quick, and then you'll get an idea of why I am saying what I'm saying. I'll make sure to let me make sure to. I don't want to like cover up the video, but you'll be able to see mainly. Okay, let me switch it off here. There we go. You'll be able to see mainly. See and hear mainly what it is. So we're going to be focusing on, again, this is K. Hopefully you guys can see my cursor. This is K up there. You got Mr. JR there and Anton there. I've got it right where I really want to start the conversation off at. So we'll go ahead and have a quick listen, and then I may pause the video throughout to just kind of give my feedback on why Anton and JR we're getting the pushback from the women on the panel. Okay. All right. So here we go.
And again, we're just having a conversation. I'm not saying one way or another, but I just know how things operate. So I know you have that mindset, but do you think that most men expect sex if you go up to their room or go to their house?
I don't know what they think, but
I'm just saying it don't have to be you personally, but just friends, situations.
You tell me.
No, I'm talking about from a woman's perspective, not from a man's perspective.
From a woman's perspective, what do I think a man thinks? Okay.
I said based off what you've seen.
Okay. I don't think so. I don't think I in my life, before I was, in a relationship and all this, I don't hang around those types of dudes. So I've never felt like, oh my goodness, I'm here. This means blah, blah, blah. I don't feel that way. Like, people are way smoother than that. I don't understand this question. Like, JR, do you expect that anytime a woman comes anywhere to your room, your house, anything? Is that what you expect? Yes or no?
Most of the time I have.
And it's not even whether or not we expect it or not. It's about whether or not you guys are naive. I'm not expecting
not about being
to bust down Q. That's not the point. The point is that you guys should never go up to a man's hotel room if you're not expecting to do something.
And see, this is why, and I'm going to pause it here real quick and bring it back over here. And I might go back to there to keep playing, but this is why you have to be very careful with your wording. Matter of fact, I'm going to play the video a little bit more, and I want you to look at how the women are reacting. I'm going to go back over to here. Oh, hold on. I'm smaller. I'm going to make my webcam a little bit smaller so you can see the women's reactions. Okay, you can see the women's reactions and how they're doing this. And again, I'm going to let this play out a little bit more so you can see.
But Anton, can I have a question? Can I say something first?
I not do nothing, but that ain't got.
Oh, Q. I got you, Q. I got you.
See, there's a reason why they are getting this reaction, and what it really comes down to. Because I was literally just watching this video on my phone or whatever, taking my day off in bed, so I was just watching it on my phone. I'm like, what Anton just said, and what basically JR kind of agreed with, from a woman's point of view, that seems very creepy. And I'm going to explain why. And it's all in the semantics of stuff, but this is why word choice is very important. What Anton and JR are saying, or should be saying, is that most men hope to get sex out of that situation. And when a woman comes back to your place or to your hotel or any type of scenario similar, we're saying that the odds of sex happening increases, but it's still in hope. It shouldn't be expected. But when you use the word expected, now what you're basically telling these women is that since she came to your place, now she's obligated to have intercourse with you. And that's not true. That is 100% not true. And I get where Anton is coming from. I get where JR is coming from. I have a daughter myself. I would tell her the same thing. Look, if you're going to go back to a guy's room, this is the guy's thought process. However, using the word expect is not the correct word here. I would use the word, this is basically what I would tell my daughter, Kamira, look, if you go back to this guy's room and have you find yourself in a situation like that, just be aware and be mindful that that guy is hoping to get sex from you. Okay? But what I would also let her know is that you are not obligated to do anything that you are uncomfortable with, that you have not consented to. And this is why all of the women on the panel unanimously are giving the same type of pushback. Because, again, when you use that word expect, there's a difference between expecting something and hoping to get something. If I go, okay, I'll give you an example. If I work 40 hours this week and I get paid on a weekly basis, let's say I get paid on a weekly basis every Friday. And so for that work week that I get paid out on Friday on, if I've worked 40 hours on Friday, I expect to get a check for $800 minus whatever taxes and stuff. I don't hope to get a check. I expected it because I did this action, I did the work for it. And so now I am entitled to get that check. And that's how it comes off. When you say as a man that you expect to get sex from a woman because you take her back to your place or because you take her on a date, you're saying that you are entitled to get sex from that woman because she did this. You're not entitled to that woman's body at all. You're not entitled to the sex from that woman. You ain't entitled to shit. You're not entitled to shit. And again, that's why there was so much pushback. I get where JR is coming from. I get where Anton is coming from. But it's all in the words that you use. This is why a lot of the times when I do, I'll hop on some of these panels. Like I said, I just had that panel the other day with Kevin Samuels, and he cut me off real quick because he just wants you to answer in such a quick way, and then he just grasps onto that first thing. But me, I'm not that type of person. I'm very particular and very careful when it comes to, or I have to be like this, and I think this is what other men should do, and people, period. You need to be more careful with your wording and everything like that, because you can say something and just be trying to get that response off real quick, but it's not necessarily what you're trying to convey. And I don't think Anton and JR are trying to convey the message that they are entitled to sex from these women, but that is how these women received it. And a big part of what's the word for that? A big part of communication is making sure that the party that you are communicating to is able to be receptive and understanding of the information that you are trying to convey. This is why words are very important in this, and why when it comes to topics like this, especially as sensitive as this, you need to be able to think a little bit more clearly. And if you're not quick on that thought, just take a deep breath, woosah a little bit, and think it out, and really think about what you're saying. Because again, shit. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Again, how the message was received by Kay, by Kayla, by Q, by Melanie, is that again, and again, I'm gonna put this video up. I'll tag Kay and stuff in the group or whatever. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong or not, or if I'm off key on this. But from how I'm interpreting it, and this is how I interpret it, and this is how I'm going to presume how they interpret it. They're interpreting it that if they come into that room, they're obligated to give sex to that man. And that's just not true. And that's where this rift and stuff is coming from. Anyway, that's all I got on that. I don't want to make the video too long or anything like that. Make sure y'all check out some of my other videos. I do occasionally give my opinion on subjects such as this and everything like that. Also check out the other channel that I have with the Actualized Man, aka Standing Natty Negro, where we go over, we kind of talk about dating stuff and everything like that, but then we also talk about other subjects, and that's just called The Dark Sons. Y'all can find that on YouTube as well, just type in Dark Sons. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is the Authentic Man, aka Godson Ken. Until next time, we out here.